Hi everybody, I am your storyteller, Linda Schuyler Ford, here in the beautiful Jubilee Cottage on the grounds of Goodwood Museum and Gardens. Today I want to share with you a story by one of my favorite picture book authors, Tommy DePaola. And you may know this character. He's written several books about her. Her name is Strega Nona, which means grandmother witch. Strega Nona is teeny tiny and kind of round with a big hook nose, and she's not a witch like a Halloween witch. Strega Nona is a witch who mixes up herbs and powders to help people get rid of a sinus infection or a wart, or maybe to fall in love. Here's a story about some of her magic. Springtime was coming, and Big Anthony, Strega Nona's helper, leaned on a rake, stared up at the sky, and sighed. Big Anthony, what is the matter with you? She said. There is so much spring cleanup to do, the raking and the cleaning of the yard and the garden and the woodwork and dusting. What is wrong with you? All you do is stare into space and sigh. Oh, I just don't know. Big Anthony, I think you have spring fever, that restlessness that comes upon people. What you need is a little nightlife, a little fun in the village. Go to the dance in the village square. It will help lift your spirits. It will perk you up to do some dancing. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to take a bath and get dressed and walk to town. Well, Strega Nona went on about her day. And after supper, she thought, a little nightlife, that is not a bad idea. And she went into her room and opened and closed all the drawers of her magic cupboard, the cupboard that held all the herbs and spices and magic supplies that she used. Well, she was opening and closing the drawers and banging and slamming them, and it got Big Anthony's attention. He was sitting right outside, staring at the moon. But he peeked inside her window just in time to see Strega Nona find a silver ring in her drawer, and she put it on her finger. She held up her hand and she said the magic words. Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, listen to the song I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot. And then, to seal the magic, she blew 3 kisses. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3. And there was a puff of smoke. And when it cleared, little old Strega Nona had turned into a beautiful young woman in a gorgeous evening gown. Big Anthony was still staring in the window, and all he could say was, Mamma mia! He followed Strega Nona as she walked down the hill into town, where there was music playing in the town square, and people were dancing and spinning and kicking up their heels. Oh, it was the happiest sight and sound. And the beautiful young Strega Nona went right into the dance, dancing with one handsome gentleman after another. They spun and danced the tarantella. And when Strega Nona could dance no more, she said, "Scuse," and left the dance and walked up the hill to home. Big Anthony followed her. She went into her room, held up her hand, and with Big Anthony staring in the window, now she said, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, again the little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane. Turn me back to me again." And Big Anthony turned away and said, "Mamma mia!" And he missed seeing that to end the magic spell, you know what she had to do, right? Blow 3 kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. There was a puff of smoke, and beautiful, young, elegant Strega Nona turned back into herself again. It was only maybe a few weeks later that Strega Nona went to Big Anthony, and she was carrying a basket full of bread and baked goods that she had made. And she said, "Big Anthony, it is time for me to go visit my grandchildren. Now, you stay here, take care of the farm, and don't touch my magic. I'll be back soon." And off she went. Big Anthony sighed. He kind of went through his day, and he went through the next day, and he went through the next day, sighing and not accomplishing very much. And then it was Friday night. And Big Anthony sat on the front steps looking up at the moon, and he thought, maybe Strega Nona's right. Maybe I just need a little nightlife. And he did what he was not supposed to do. He went into a room, opened and closed the cabinets until he found that ring. He put it on his finger as best as he could, held up his hand and said, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, listen to the song I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot. Mwah, mwah, mwah." And there was a puff of smoke, and when it cleared, Big Anthony had turned into a handsome young man in the finest clothing. He walked into the village where the music was playing, and all of the people of the village were dancing. They were clapping by the sidelines and stomping their feet and immersed in the joy of the evening. Well, Big Anthony danced with one woman, and then another, and then another, and then another, and then the next. He was a little tired. And he said, "Scusa," and stepped off to the side of the plaza where he could just catch his breath for a moment, maybe have a sip of punch. But the women were having none of it. They wanted to dance with Big Anthony, and so they approached him and said, "Oh, Big Anthony, come dance with me, dance with Maria." And another woman bumped her out of the way and said, "No, no, Big Anthony, dance with me, Concetta. You know I love you." And they began to pull at him, and Big Anthony started to get a little scared. He ducked behind a broad column, took a sip of punch, and then saw that there was a cluster of women over there talking and pointing and starting to make their way to him. So he started walking back up the hill, and the women walked after him. He walked faster. They walked faster. He began to run, and the women all began to run after Big Anthony, calling, "Oh, you handsome man, come dance with me. I love you. Oh, you are so handsome. You're the best dancer. Come dance with me. No, dance with me. No, dance with me." And they chased him up the hill faster and faster and faster until Big Anthony was afraid they were going to catch him, and so he climbed up to the top of a cypress tree. He held on to the top of that skinny, tall cypress tree. And when the women got there, they knew he had climbed the tree, and they all held onto the trunk and began to shake the tree back and forth, back and forth. Well, at the top of the tree, Big Anthony was swaying like this to where he almost touched the ground, and then the women let go, and Big Anthony went flying through the air and landed on his nose in front of Strega Nona's house. And guess who had just come home? Strega Nona was there. She looked at him as he held up the ring and said, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring. Again the little song I sing, the dance is done, the moon does wane. Oh, turn me back to me again." But he didn't know to blow the 3 kisses, and the ring was stuck on his finger. Strega Nona just stood there watching. Oh, she did not see the women yet, but she could hear them. She could hear them coming and calling, "Oh, dance with me, dance with me. Oh, you handsome man, come back and dance with me. Maybe we'll get married." Again, he said, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, again the little song I sing, the dance is done, the moon does wane, turn me back to me again." And Strega Nona took pity on him and said, "Now blow 3 kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah." And he went to pull off the ring, but it stuck fast. And the women came closer and closer. Strega Nona went into the house and got a little flagon of olive oil and rubbed it on his finger and said, again, Big Anthony, will you do it with him? "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, again the little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane, turn me back to me again, mwah, mwah, mwah." And he took off the ring and poof, there was a cloud of smoke, and when it cleared, Big Anthony turned from that handsome, well-dressed gentleman back into his plain old self. Just as the women ran by Strega Nona's gate. "Oh, where did he go? Where is he?" And Strega Nona pointed up the hill further and over the mountain and on into the night, and that is where the women ran. Strega Nona turned to Big Anthony and said, "I told you not to touch my magic. I think you've learned your lesson." And Big Anthony nodded, and he did not touch Strega Nona's magic cabinet again. Not for a few more weeks anyway. But that is a whole other story. And that is the story of Strega Nona by Tommy DePaula. You'll find it's a great book to read aloud. It's a great story to learn to tell. I thank you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.